feel like we're missing something.
Ooh, it makes a booming sound.
It's a good noise. We usually move it back here.
It's usually back there.
So we're definitely missing the shrubbery.
Missing the shrubbery. We must have the shrubbery. The shrubbery.
There we go. That's better.
We didn't have to move the Kleenex box this time.
We don't even have a Kleenex box. Oh wait, yeah, we gotta make an appearance.
Hi, Kleenex box. It's our special Thanksgiving special.
Welcome back to Adventures in Missing the Point. Do we want to say this is our special Thanksgiving special?
We should let them know what we're talking about.
Why don't you say that?
Okay. This is
Sparta!
our special Thanksgiving special, which is going to be very special for all of you who celebrates Thanksgiving, which is, according to a statistic I read this week, 96% of Americans.
That's a real statistic?
Yep.
Wow, that's a lot of Thanksgiving.
It is. It's a pretty high percentage. It seems to cross any cultural barriers for the most part.
Let's talk about the origins of Thanksgiving.
Ooh, origin stories. I like these. Is it like the origins of the X-Men?
Yes, except for not. So what are the origins of Thanksgiving as you understand them? What did you learn when you were a kid?
I was always taught that Jesus went out and killed a wild turkey for his disciples, cut it up, and fed 5,000 people.
Interesting. See, I was always taught that little penguin children tried to come to North America and met these injured children. At first they didn't get along with them. They're like, hey, we're penguins, you're injured children. Penguin children, actually. If we don't learn to get along, then our parents are going to get mad at us. So we need to learn to get along. So they played a game of make-believe, standard American diet, coma meal.
Oh, interesting. Are they like the cute, furry, gray penguins then?
Of course.
Oh, that's awesome.
Those
Before
are
they molt?
Those are the only real penguins.
They are. Was it a little problematic for them eating turkey, though? Was that like a cousin to them? Did they have a bias against turkeys?
We don't talk about that with the penguins. They're really sensitive about that.
Okay. Fair enough.
If you ask me, that's a real conflict of interest for the penguin. Obviously, a double standard, some hypocrisy in the penguin community that needs to be addressed.
A little bit of cannibalism going on there.
Just a touch. Is it
No.
cannibalism if you're not human?
I think if an animal eats its own, it's still considered cannibalism, but
What if an animal eats humans?
they put it down. So anyway, the origins, as we understood them, were combining Jesus and penguins, which is about how this started. We know that Jesus gave thanks, and so did penguins.
The only difference was Jesus broke bread and penguins
Broke turkeys.
broke turkey. So now that we've talked origins of Thanksgiving, Daniel and I want to share with you some things that we're thankful for around this time of year. Daniel, do you want to go first or do you want me to go first?
I'd say I'm thankful that I don't have to go first.
I guess I'll go first then. One thing that I'm thankful for is the current political climate. We can really have peace in knowing that the people running our country and the people that are supposed to be holding them accountable, one, have absolutely no true accountability and really only have their best interests in mind. That's very comforting. I'm very thankful for that this season.
I'm really thankful that corporations in our country take advantage of holidays and use them just to drum up sales and make everything about money and possessions. They focus on making it all about people.
That'd be terrible if corporations were only focused on profits and trying to commercialize everything. Good thing they don't do that.
I'm glad that the origins are real true. Walmart really cares about the penguins and Jesus. I'm thankful for that thoughtful pose you're making. It's a really good, thoughtful pose. I think we should make a statue of that and put it in front of a Thanksgiving turkey. Are you thankful for Walmart greeters?
I am.
I'm thankful for thoughts that leave my mind before they're able to be expressed,
Me too.
especially when they're good ones.
I'm glad when I don't write things down.
Are you thankful that the polar ice caps are melting?
Yeah, I think more water is a good thing.
H2O, it's the stuff of life.
H2O, yeah.
I'm thankful for awkward silences during videos.
Me too. We just need a clock ticking right now. At least it'll be easy to edit these parts out. There were a lot of really good moments where we were sitting here just doing nothing, trying to think of something to say.
Mm-hmm.
I'm thankful for that.
Me too. Let's transition here to mealtime. Thanksgiving, of course, is all about football and watching turkeys die slow and painful deaths in our mouths and stomachs. What's your favorite Thanksgiving dish?
My favorite Thanksgiving dish is Dish Network. I like Dish Network. One of the things I like to do during Thanksgiving is actually use a satellite dish as a plate, and
That's a
that
good
makes
strategy.
it makes me especially thankful because only in America can you perfectly combine hours of television watching with hours of nonstop, high-calorie, unhealthy eating that leaves you in a food coma. So you're perfectly prepared for that food coma because you've got all the best TV starting at Thanksgiving. You don't have any responsibilities the rest of that week. I'm sure there's some people that are working maybe on Friday. I can't imagine that any business would actually be open
The
on
Friday after Thanksgiving.
Friday after
Yeah.
Thanksgiving. There's probably nobody that actually has to work.
No,
After
certainly not.
Thanksgiving. That just forget what I said about that.
My favorite dish is probably the gossip, family gossip, dishing on different family. What's a good holiday without gossiping about the people that aren't there?
I mean, it really draws you closer to your family, making fun of the ones that aren't there.
Galvanizes everyone against each other.
It's like a game of Risk, only with emotions.
Good analogy, especially when you bring cannons into the equation.
Are we talking biblical cannons?
No, cannon with two ends.
Oh, I'm glad you clarified that. I thought people were like throwing Bibles at each other.
Because I have a cannon with two ends. I like to shoot it, but never at a friend. Only at family.
Glad I'm not related to you. This is going swimmingly.
Football happens on Thanksgiving.
In increasing amounts.
Think it's appropriate that they use a pig skin. That's what the football's called, because it's clear that they just take the skin off of all the turkeys and wrap it around the ball.
That's why it's called a pigskin. I'm thankful that we can watch football again and not feel any social guilt about it.
Oh yeah,
That was a
that's
dark
true.
period in American history. Nothing's really changed with the NFL. Domestic violence and drug use, ridiculous multi-million-dollar contracts, and the exploitation of people in and around the system. None of that's changed, but at least now it's back under the rug where it
Right.
belongs
Yeah.
so that we can function as Americans and watch football in a coma on Thanksgiving
Yeah.
and not feel bad about it. That's the key.
Right.
I don't want to feel bad about any of this. What I ask myself when I start out on Thanksgiving is how can I do the most semi not good but still feel good about what I've done or not done? You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
That's good because I have no clue what I mean.
I get you. I know when I watch football, what I'm thinking about is how I can block out everything else that's going on in the world and not have to care.
Yeah.
That's what sports are for. So when the sports figures actually try to stand up for stuff and talk about things, we should just say to them, be quiet and dribble your football and score home runs with it.
On the other side of that, I feel like those are really the only people that we should listen to. I'm just glad that they're not talking about anything because if they were, I might have to feel things. I really don't like that.
Football is not about feeling.
No.
'Cause they don't feel anything when they hit each other.
I thought the only feeling that matters is the guy that's getting wrecked by your tackle. Am I right? Yeah, up top.
That was a really weak high five.
It was. I didn't feel anything during that.
Neither. We've covered the major points of Thanksgiving, the origins of it, the family time, food, football. Covered all the F's, including origins.
You know what we haven't talked about? Thanksgiving leftovers.
Oh, leftovers. That's a good thing to talk about. All
like
the leftover
food, some
angst, destruction of relationships.
I was just talking about food.
Food? Oh, sorry.
I like
I
food.
was going too deep, wasn't I?
So what's your best use of leftover turkey?
Definitely feeding it to my daughter because she eats everything.
Isn't she too young to eat turkey?
No, she eats everything. She probably chooses this couch if she needed to.
Wow.
Should we?
End it? You want me to end it or you want to end it? Just
Um,
end it all.
We shall end you. No, we should end the video. So this has been a really long ending, but it's going to be edited down so that you don't have to watch all of it.
You should be thankful for that. Thank you for watching us on Adventures in Missing the Point. We'll see you next time. Don't forget to leave your comments down below and humble us with your ridicule. We will be back next week with something. I don't know, maybe a different shrubbery. Don't forget to like and subscribe, or don't. We don't care. Tell your grandma. So we'll see you next time.
Okay, bye. Turkey calls.
Yeah.